Well, hello and welcome to Ian Robinson's Cabinetry and Joinery, and today we are doing a camper conversion, a motorhome conversion actually. This is our Ford Transit and it's a L3 H3, very tall roof. For me being 6'3", I really needed the height and also the width. So hence where the bed is. The bed from this point here to that point there is 1940 millimeters in width, which is plenty big enough for a standard mattress to fit in and have a little bit more room. So I've laid on that bed and I've got, I am touching toe to head, but nothing major, and it's plenty long enough, so I'm happy with that. Now the floor is Chinese ply, and underneath, I doubt you'll see that, but underneath there is a 10 millimeter foam, and the foam is sticky backed, and it's a Dodo sound sound deadening foam, but it also is an insulator as well. But under that we have this stuff that's on here as well, so that's sound deadening, and that is throughout the whole floor before I put the foam sound deadening on. Now that has increased the lack of noise tenfold in there already. We're going to have windows there and a window there. We're going to be looking at electrics very shortly. The plywood is a Chinese hardwood ply, and it's actually really light. It's 12mm thick, and we'll just go this side and I'll show you the height of it, because that was a key element for me. As we go in, you'll see just how tall that really is. So there's the beam. Oh, let's see if we can get this. So there's the beam, there's my head. So we've got a lot of scope there, and I've literally already put 22 millimeters of flooring down already. That will be a storage cupboard in there once done. I'll frame that up. Under the bed we're going to use that as a garage. That bed's going to actually come out to where those holes are there. There's the old V-dub, which is...
Oh, I thought you got to say there's the old girl.
Well, there's the old girl behind you. The bed. I got this bed idea from Will's Whereabouts. There are Will's, not Wheels, Will's Whereabouts. So he has, credit to him, he's given us the idea of this bed. What you're going to have to do is buy one of these tools to physically put holes in your van like that, so you can then put M8 bolts in. And then what I done, bought 1/2-inch screws literally and screwed straight into the aluminium base. These aluminium bases are called Scorva, and that's the product number, so I've left that on. I bought 3 of those, and what they are, they're the middle bars to their double beds basically. And we bought these as well, the slats. So they're single bed slats, and we bought 2 sets, and they are really strong. Now, as you can see, a lot of ply going on there, so they're really good quality. That's the next step. After drilling the holes, we put the riv nuts in, and then we bolt the plate on. As you can see there, the plate, and that is what holds these on nice and sturdy. And that is incredibly strong. And then underneath we have the garage. We've got the end post on, just there. So got them riv nuts done. You can buy them off of IKEA, and you can buy the slats from IKEA as well. So all in all, that setup there cost me £110. However, you do have to buy a £38 tool and some riv nuts and some screws to finish it off. So all in all, you're probably looking about £160 for a double bed. So it's still not too bad, is it, really? Saying that, still got a mattress to go on. The mattress is a memory foam mattress we're buying, and that's £200. So that makes that £160 for that system there. And then you've got to buy the mattress on top. So that's, you're looking at £360 now, aren't you? And that's without pillows. That's without duvet. That's without covers. There you go, a £400 bed for a motorhome. These are the side panels that we've cut for going over the wheel arches, but we've done the wheel arch boxing in already, and we've done that in a very nice Chinese ply, which is that one there, which is really nice. Now we got some more sound deadening, and we've done the ceiling or the roof of the van. I want to start boxing in and plying all the sides now. Yep, so far progress is coming along nicely. That's the Dodo Superliner, which is awesome stuff. That is what's under this floor, which you can't see now because I've kept it all in. But yesterday the progress was building these, and as you can see, they're the wheel arches, and I wanted something a bit deeper. I wanted shelving in there. I wanted to make them usable, rather than seeing everyone just cap it off and be done with it. And it stores all my tripods and umbrella. So they're 1 metre long, so they're a lot longer than, well, say a lot longer, they are really, they're a bit longer than the wheel arch itself. Put this matting down yesterday and glued it down with spray adhesive, also on here as well, but I've had to take that off now because I've cut those sides, as you've seen in the workshop. So they're cut, and what I'm going to do with them is felt them with that stuff and carpet line them. But before I do that, I do have to stuff wool, as you can see over there, stuff wool into the cavities there. And then once we come up to here, we're going to do a very thin ply, more like about 3mm ply on the wall here, because I don't want to encroach into the van too much because of our bed. Another good day on the motorhome conversion has done us proud. But you can see there, not too bad at all. As you can see, there's the closed off section there, all nice and tidy, clean, and under there as well, and under there as well. So not bad at all. We've done all right today. We've done all right. This is the camper van conversion so far, and I'm going to go through it with you and show you what was what. And this is what we've done so far. So all the windows in, thanks to Norfolk window screens. That is the other side for the windows. Ladder in preparation for solar panels that are going to go on. This is the bedroom. This is the garage. Put loads and loads of room in there, and it also houses the big toilet. There's a lot of interesting things happened. I'll tell you what, we'll start at the front, shall we? The front. So, new leatherette seat covers to protect all the seats. These are fantastic. These are really well-fitting seats. Or seat covers, I should say. Very, very tight fitting, very nicely done. The seat base, this turns around, so we've got swivel seats. Little things like trims, you know, for finishing off the edges. Iroko slatted bench seat there with a lift up stay lid. We have the swivel table. Well, it swivels everywhere, including when people are sitting there, and as you can see, it comes all the way round. Here we have a beautiful Iroko work surface. We have the EcoFlow battery pack. We have an overhead cupboard. You've seen that already, but we put a stay on it this time, so there you go. And that's on soft close cabinetry hinges there. As you can see, that's nicely closing, and that stays in the closed position nicely even when we're driving. We just decided on having a countertop hob rather than buying one integrated, and the reason for this is because we found we would have a lot more space having this than we would having an inserted hob version. And also another good reason for it is because these things have the back on, the trays, everything else. We've screwed it to the top, If I ever wanted to change my mind and wanting to integrate, I could, but do you know what, I really don't think I will, because this is a great option for me, and it certainly is for us anyway. Now the only thing with this, of course, is the gas bottles it came with are very small, so that didn't really last very long. So what I've done, I bought a new pipe, new fittings, and a bigger gas tank, which is something we're used to in the camper van. That's the big beast that I was talking about, the Renogy Bluetooth lithium ion phosphate battery, which is a 200 amp hour, and that is a huge beast. But it's very light as well, which makes it amazing. And like I said, it will charge in 2 hours from completely depleted to full charge, and that is amazing in itself. I've put this flooring, if you like, what I've got on the floor, on both shelves, and I'll be doing this throughout the whole camper build, because nothing moves on here, nothing. It just doesn't move when you're driving along. It is brilliant. That's the electrical points. It's also got on the back in there a fuse box behind the gas bottle. Everything's accessible and easily accessible, I might add. And then here we have the Iroko top with this lovely sink and tap, and a really nice tap that I found on online. I'll put a link to where I got it. And then this cutout, obviously, you know, you've got gaps around here from the saw blade from when I cut it out. I used a plunge saw for this job, so that way I could get right in the corners without touching or doing any damage. And then I put a hole in the corner there, so I could literally grab the top, put it to one side, and then I use these little shims that go all the way around the edge to stop the top rattling when it's when we're in transit. As you can see, we're all plumbed in, so thank you Chris Blanchflower for doing that for us. Brilliant plumber. We certainly put a lot of work each other's way, and there's a 50-litre tank, so that's plenty for us, and plenty of water in there already. So that is fresh water. I put that in yesterday just to test how the tap was flowing and how that was working. Yeah, Chris done a great job plumbing that in. That's going through into an undermounted, underslung wastewater tank, and yeah, it's a good system. So you wouldn't believe how much cupboard space you need just purely for the water. And everything's on soft close. I love the soft close systems. Put enough in people's kitchens, and then of course it's on soft close like that, so that works, and that is there purely just to keep the door closed in transit. Across here we have the fridge, which I've raised off the floor, which is nice. So there you go, that's raised off the floor. There you go, lovely job. Quick view on that. There you go. Not sure if that's meant to happen, as in pulsate like that. Maybe somebody can tell me. That pulls out, so we can use it as a faucet, and we can actually wash our hair if we wanted to in this bowl. Fridge, and then we got another drawer underneath there, and then more importantly we have a 6-bottle wine rack, and that's really important. And then we got the lift up lid, which we've got a gas strut there, so we put all our bits and pieces and extra water tanks, things like that. However, this will eventually have an Aspacha heater in here, and the pipe may go that way, or it may come out that way. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Or it may go that way and that way. Not decided quite yet. The Max fan, and I put on the shroud as well, which you buy separately, but it does come with lights, so that makes it nice in here. A nice ambient yellow light, and if you really want the daylight lights where you can see clearly everything, then we have these put in, which I put them in, the LED strips that go in between the slatted ceiling. So that's that. The electrics were pretty much done between me and my good friend Stozza, and then we got extra lights if we want to just have that light on and we're outside. If we're cooking and washing up, we can put this one on, and then we got one under our bed as well. So if we really, you know, and we're enjoying a read or whatever, we can then put on the under bed light as well. So we got an 8-inch memory foam mattress. We got really chunky, thick memory foam pillows. They are really nice and they are incredibly comfortable, and I get a fantastic sleep in here. I put the curtains in, by the way. They were put in by me. So yeah, they took about half a day to do them. That weren't as easy as you think. So the Max fan, if you open this window and that window, and then put that on sucking air out, you get a lovely airflow come through the whole van. At the moment it's raining, but you can still use it while it's raining because it has a hood. There we go. Yeah, baby. So that's the hood gone up, and although it's raining, we're still well protected from that. So that's air in. So we got air in, and I can feel that very, very clearly, and that feels really nice. As you can see, everything's hunky-dory, working well. We have got to get some cabinetry up there. I've got to finish the slatted roof, which I've ordered some more Iroko. This is Iroko, and it's beautiful wood, gorgeous wood. So that ordered. So that'll go in here. So I've got 2 more strips to put there, 2 more strips to go down there, and then we're complete on the slatted ceiling. I've used 100mm wide by 10mm thick Iroko, and the Iroko bent really well without having to steam it, and it contoured really nicely around the curvature of the Ford Transit van. Now the heater, even though the pipe is there, the unique bit about this is the heater is actually in a case, stainless steel case under the chassis of the van, or under the van I should say, not the chassis, but you know, because these vans being rear wheel drive, they have a very deep underneath to them, and they have these deep pockets, like 200mm deep. You can fit your Aspacha heater or whatever heater you want, diesel heater. You can fit a diesel heater in there and it will work perfectly, and it's in a stainless steel case, so you can get to it. There is access to it, but what I'm saying is it's a perfect scenario if you don't want your diesel heater inside your van anywhere. So in here we have gunmetal. This is a lovely sink actually, I have to say, very deep. So it's a lovely deep sink. It's gunmetal colour, and it's, as you can hear, there's no tinniness to it. It is actually designed for a motorhome. They have sound deadening on the other side, on the outside of it, just like we've put in on the van. So when we play music, for example, right, okay, so that's a JBL, as you know, pretty loud. So that's full loud, right? That's the full volume. So obviously in here, it's pretty awesome, right? Now, listen to this. I'm gonna go outside. Yeah. Hear much? Oh wow, that is nuts. So that is down to really good insulation. And there you go, good insulation gives you that. So we've got that at full blast and you cannot hear it, right? So when that aeroplane goes over, we'll just open the door. I just found that really mad. I've got that full blast in there, I can have a party in the van. And that's how well the insulation is that we put in it. It is superb sound insulation, as well as It's got sound deadening and insulation all throughout. Right, ready? You can't hear nothing at the moment, can you? If you can, it's very, very, very faint. I would struggle to hear that. Right, ready? There you go. Oh, it's mad. So yeah, there you go. Just to give you an idea of the sound insulation, it is brilliant. So like I said, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 cabinets that we can put stuff in, and we can put stuff in here, but we can also put tons in the blanket box if you like. And I haven't shown you this bit yet. So from this side we can have, just behind here we have a little switch, so we turn the light on and we've got the lights on in the garage. Ooh, better not open that. I'll open that first. So open that, and on the back of the door we have a nice bin. That bin actually comes from Amazon, and to empty it, or you can even take it off, you just lift it off literally. Oh, there you go, you lift it off like that, and that leaves the plastic connection there, and then you just slot it on like on the back there, and it's a brilliant bin, absolutely brilliant. Oh, and I'm showing how I can't put it on now. No, it goes on very well. So that is the garage underneath. So you can actually get in there from this side, and Amanda does actually. She moves that bin, as I say, and we can get in there and get whatever we need that's stored in there without actually having to get out of the van at all. And then we just close it. They're soft close as well, and job done. But then in here we have put these little catches on to stop these doors flying open, because they get quite heavy. But in here I've made myself a cutlery tray, and because it's a deep drawer, as you can see, we have loads of storage underneath for cups and what have you. It's quite tight, and I wanted it that way so it doesn't slop about inside, and yeah, that's it really. So all the cups are in there, as you can hear, jingling away. But I may do something about them as well, in the fact that I may put a sheet of wood down there and have cutouts for all of my glasses and what have you, to stop them doing that. So now let me take you around the back, and we'll open the back doors so you can see what's going on through there. Now it's getting nice and dark out here, so yeah, I suppose I better get that awning in very soon. So open the back doors. Now you're thinking, oh my god, it's dark. So that's the garage. So when we want to access the garage, we, you know, from here, if I want to get up in the morning and Amanda's in bed saying hello to the world, but yeah, if you know, I want to access the back here for anything at all, which a lot of the time I do, then I would, you know, open the doors and get access. So in here we have a light, and the light switch is just there. Ooh, where are we? So that's the light switch there. So I can access what I need to access. This is an MPPT again from Renogy, and it's the Rover 40 amp charge controller, and just underneath that we have the BT1, which connects to it, so I can then see exactly what my solar panels are doing when it comes to Bluetooth to my phone. And there she is in full glory. And we've got the awning out just to show you again. I've fitted the awning to a Ford Transit. I've not seen that done as yet. We've had that on since last summer and we've had no issues with it. To be fair, this is probably the first time this winter I've actually decided to just get it out and to show you guys. So we've got the arms on the side of the van, as you can see there, and like you see there. So these arms are actually connected to the side of the van rather than the floor, and that helps me being a cabinet maker and joiner as well, in the respect that I can work under there when it's raining, and I can cut outside and be in the drive, really, quite frankly, especially when I'm hanging front doors and what have you. It works extremely well. As you can see, there's my front door there, so if I was going to be fitting that, I'm literally feet away and I can do all my work nice and easily. So that's the Fiamma F45S. They come in different scenarios, and excuse me if I'm sounding shivery, it's cold and I'm cold. I might put the heating on in there when I go in there, actually, so that's another thing. So let me try and be quick about this. Okay, so it's a Ford Transit L3 H3, so that means it's the high roof, the highest roof they do. Now I'm 6'3", hence why I chose this van, because of the height. It's also the L3, sorry, so it's the L3 as well, so L being length, and so that is long wheelbase. Saying that, it's not as long as a Mercedes Sprinter. Long wheelbase is actually about 1 metre smaller in length than the Mercedes Sprinter. However, as you can see from my drive, is the perfect vehicle for us. We didn't want an extra 1 metre on the end there, because we've got a car and we fit it in here. So this was perfect for us, and it's definitely another stage, a massive stage up from the VW Transporter that we also done up. So today we can see on the roof we have the Max van. We're going to go round it first. We're going to go around. So we've got a ladder. Now the ladder is for the solar panels, so we can access the solar panels. So there you go. So I fitted these. Plenty of gunk around here, and I'll name the stuff as well. Can't see Sikaflex, that's the one. So that's well Sikaflexed in there. Wires going through a hole, going through the grommet. In the solar panel I have a fuse, inline fuse, straight away from the solar panels. I've got fuses everywhere. These are 200 watt each panel, so that gives us 400 watts of solar power. We have now finally finished the van build, and it's now nearly a year on into it as well. So I've had help from the Norfolk Window Screen Company, Norfolk Window Screens, that's it. They've done the windows for me and put the Max fan in the roof for me. And then I've got to thank my good friend James Story, aka Stozza, who has helped me tremendously with all the electrics. So we've done all the electrics, and that includes the 240 volt side of it as well. So we are totally off grid now.